Hello, in today's video, I'm sharing some Amazon beauty products that I recently discovered and I have been loving. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I have about 10 products here that I am excited about. I think you will be too. And yes, I am aware that my lashes look different from one eye to another. I will be talking about that in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. This first product is one of a few in this video where I feel it's relevant that you know my age and my skin concerns. I'm 46 years old and I use anti-aging products. And when I talk about anti-aging, I don't mean I am fighting getting older. We're all getting older. It's inevitable. What I mean by anti-aging is fighting any skin damage that has occurred, reversing it if possible, and keeping my skin in the best condition it can possibly be in, especially since as we get older, a lot of things that kept our skin healthy and youthful and plump and hydrated deplete. I don't currently have Botox or filler. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with either of those. At this time, I'm testing out some devices and some other things I've mentioned in recent videos and seeing how far I can get with those. So I decided to pick up the variety pack of facial smoothies from Amazon to see if they would tackle these creases, these horizontal lines in my forehead that are becoming more and more permanent, along with the crow's feet that are becoming more pronounced. Now, I've used clear medical tape for this purpose in the past. I'll talk about that in a minute. I got the variety pack since I'm using it for a couple of different applications, but there are clear facial stickers on here that you place where you're prone to creasing. I basically kind of pull my skin taut so that that crease is flattened out, place the sticker on, go to bed, wake up, pull it off. I like these because I don't have to wet them first the way you do the Frownies. These are kind of the original crease eraser patches that came out forever ago. That was one thing that always kind of bugged me about these. Medical tape worked for this, but it was hard to get off. And if you're using it around the delicate eye area, that could be an issue. It also left a residue around the perimeter of the sticker that's sometimes hard to get off. Even after washing my face, I would sometimes have little bits of residue. These apply easily and they remove easily. And I noticed that if I do use these regularly, if I'm diligent with them, my creases are less pronounced. They are smoother. The whole concept of this is relaxing your face at night while you sleep. And these expression lines come from facial movements beneath the skin. I know everyone has different preferences when it comes to this type of product. I personally really am enjoying the facial smoothies. I'll have everything I'm talking about listed in this video, along with what I'm wearing, which is not from Amazon, but I'll list it anyway. So I'll list these. I'll list the Frownies too, if you're wanting to, look at both, see what they're all about. But if you have some areas on your face that you're a little bit concerned about, that you want to soften a little bit, I haven't seen products like this anywhere else. So this might be, something you would want to look at. I've just really been enjoying them. I don't use setting spray a ton, but I'm very picky about setting sprays when I do use them. I heard the hype about Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I'm not sure if it took me so long to try it because it was Morphe. I don't know, I've never really gotten much into Morphe, or if it's because I just assumed it was loaded with alcohol and I just wouldn't like it. I am so sorry that I didn't try this before I did. This is such a great setting mist. Now this is the mini. I also feel like they should have alcohol-free written right here on the bottle because that's a huge selling point for setting sprays for a lot of us. Now I'm not going to spray this on my face because I'm testing a foundation for an upcoming foundation roundup, and I don't test foundations with setting sprays because there's no point in doing that. So I'll just spray it on my hand, I guess. But I mean, clearly it's just a continuous setting mist, just like the name says. I don't notice much of a scent. I mean, I just coated my hand in it, but even coating my hand in it, it's not running down my hand. There's no droplets or uneven application because of how fine the mist is and because it's continuous. It feels light. It's not sticky. My makeup lasts all day when I use it. Now it says it has a radiant finish. I feel like it's more of a natural finish rather than a radiant. I have oily combination skin that can get dry around the perimeter. I do get shine in my T-zone, and this has never felt like it looked too radiant for me. I just dabbed off that excess and I don't feel like my hand is super shiny. It just looks natural. This is one of those products that you can just throw in your Amazon cart and be good to go. It is so good. I can't remember when I first discovered scalp massagers, but whenever that was, they weren't the same, or at least the first ones I ever tried. They were hard, they weren't comfortable, they didn't even fit in my hand that nicely, and it took me a long time before I even tried other ones. So you can get a 2-pack of these scalp massagers for $8. They have them in various colors. I know some are out of stock, some are in stock. I'm not sure which color combinations they have right now. You can get them both for yourself or get yourself one, another for someone else. They make great gift add-ons too. What I love about these though is that the bristles, the spikes are very soft and pliable, so they're comfortable on your head. These are great to use when you shower for scalp health, to keep your scalp exfoliated and stimulated to keep hair growth optimal. But these in particular, you can see have slots where your fingers fit nicely. There's even one for your thumb. So it's just really comfortable to hold. You can put your pinky in or pinky out, just whatever fits you better. It hangs on a hook nicely or just sits in the shower. There's something about these that just really work well. They're comfortable to use, they're comfortable to hold, and they're inexpensive. I think a lot of us ignore scalp health, but it really does make a difference for me, and I'm so glad that I came across these. I had 2 videos go live on my channel recently that garnered more compliments on my eyes than probably any other videos on my channel. And while my eyeshadow did look good that day or those days, it had more to do with the shape my eyes took because of something else I did. And it really didn't take long at all. I just rarely ever do it. So this also goes back to the age thing. I'll get into that in a second. So when I use an accent or a cluster lash or lashes on the outer half to outer third of my eye, it's so much easier than using actual false lashes, and it gives me that uplift that I used to have. But as I've gotten older, my eyes are a little more downturned, they're moderately hooded, but it really just opens up my eyes more. So I'm holding up the Kiss Trio Ultra Black Medium lashes. They have a medium and a short length in here. I use the Ardell ones as well. So that's what I did today. And the reason why my eyes look a little bit different from one eye to another is because on this one, I flared them up. I kind of angled them up a little bit more. And on this one, I just left more of a natural flare, just meaning that I had them laid down a little bit more. And I did that on purpose. I just wanted you to see that you can get kind of a different look depending on how you lay these down. It doesn't take long at all. And I find these to be less visible, less false looking than using an actual false lash, at least for me, because I have a small face. It means I also have small eyes. Sometimes actual full false lashes, even the natural ones, can just look like false lashes. And these, especially on this side, just, look pretty natural, just a little bit fuller. So I would say if you're nervous about applying false lashes, this would be a good place to start. You just apply a tiny bit of glue to that band and drop it right on the lash line and place it, and you're done. I actually used a little eyeliner glue pen and it's done. I've tried the little individual clusters before and I found that they kind of just went every which way, and these you have a lot more control with. So I've been kind of keeping these around for, just when I want a little bit more than what mascara gives me, but less than false lashes. This is a rediscovery as opposed to a new discovery, but I almost feel like it's a new discovery because it had been so long since I had used a Gua Sha tool. And I feel like there's a lot of people that get one of these, they use it for a minute and they're like, what is this really doing? And then they chuck it in a drawer. I have a few of these floating around and they're just kind of there. But I was having a particularly puffy day a few weeks ago and I pulled this back out. I followed a tutorial on Instagram and it really helped me. It kind of reshaped my face that day. So I've really gotten back into using this on a pretty regular basis, and it truly does help with lymphatic drainage. It can help with little fine lines, smoothing, making your face just appear more awake in the morning. I mean, can't we all use that? I started following this woman on Instagram. I'll link her Instagram down below because she kind of specializes in this, and so it helped me get back into it. I'll just kind of scroll through her feed and find something that I like that pertains to something I'm wanting to do. The most important thing is that you want to make sure that you have a natural stone. I found a few here on Amazon that are pretty inexpensive. They have jade, they have rose quartz, and I won't do a whole tutorial, but I mean, you know, you smooth it along your jawline, you can actually make that area a little bit sharper. Along your neck, I even like taking it up the back of my neck to help relieve some stress, some strain. I really like using it along the under eye area, the forehead. I mean, basically everywhere you can. It just feels really good, and you can actually see a difference with it if you keep using it, especially. But I do like the immediate difference. I like using it on one half of my face and then seeing the difference between both halves before, you know, completing my face. I don't think this is just an anti-aging tool. I think this can be great for anyone. I'm not sure why I was so resistant to trying Cinema Secret's brush cleaner. I finally decided to give it a go, and I'm so glad I did. This really works. This gets your brushes super clean with just the cleanser. They dry really quickly. So if I'm wanting to reuse brushes pretty quickly, I don't even have to leave my makeup table, and this gets the job done. There's a reason why makeup artists use this. It's really good. I would say, especially if you're someone who's really lazy about cleaning your makeup brushes, pick this up. You will not regret it. I will just dump some of this out into the lid, or I'll put it in a dish. This is everything it's cracked up to be if you want a brush cleaner. I've been an Aquaphor ointment user for many years, and somehow I have never seen the body spray in any of my stores. I don't know if they don't carry it or if I've just missed it or what, but here it is in my life, and it is so good. Now, I don't rely on moisturizing my body with this. I'll put on body lotion and then seal it in with this, and the reason why I like it so much better than the tub or the tube is because it applies evenly and it's less messy. It just sprays a fine mist that you can then pat into your skin, and it's Aquaphor. I mean, it is made to seal that moisture in and heal your skin. Do you have this? Have you known about this? Let me know in the comments below. I also love the slight glow that it gives my skin after I apply it. It was just always so messy applying the ointment to my skin and so goopy on my hands. It drove me crazy, and I just don't get that with this. This is so great, and I'm so glad that I discovered it. This is another product that I think everyone should have, whether you want it for your face, for depuffing, or for pain, or for tension. This is an ice roller, and I just pulled the roller part out of my freezer, which doesn't take up any space. You just pop this right out of the roller, and it goes in the freezer, so you don't have to take up freezer space with this bulky handle. So you can roll this on your face to depuff. I mean, it is cold and it feels really good. It's also great if you have TMJ, if you get migraines, if you have muscle pain. So it's not really just for the face, it's for so many different things. I've had similar products in the past, and many times the entire thing would go in the freezer. So when you held it, it was really cold, or it was a static product where, you know, you would just lay it on you and you also didn't get that massaging aspect of it. This is different and has multiple uses, whether it's for beauty or pain or whatever you want to use it for. I've really been liking it. I think this comes in multiple colors too, and it does rotate really nicely and freely. I know a lot of people have these and have talked about them before, but I just discovered it and I'm really glad that I got one. Next up, we have the Zombie Pack Pore Tightening and Lifting Mask. So this is one of those masks that wrinkles up as it dries and makes you look kind of like a zombie. I just wanted to test this out and see what it was all about. So you actually have to mix the liquid into this powder in this little container and stir it up, and then you apply it to your face. Now, some people say there is a really strong scent to this. I did not feel like it was super strong or worse than anything else I'd ever smelled. I mean, there is a scent, but it was tolerable for me anyway. It says on here it contains albumin or egg white extract and other nature-derived ingredients which help exfoliation, evenness of the skin, texture and complexion, moisturization, oil-water balance, pore tightening, elasticity, and lifting. And I do notice that after I rinse my face, after about 10 or 15 minutes, that my skin looks more even and less red. It does feel a little bit tighter, a little bit more lifted, but it doesn't feel dry. I originally got this to see if it was going to be super gimmicky, and I ended up liking it, much to my surprise. Plus, you can kind of freak some people out too if you walk out after it's dry. It looks really weird. I'm using the term beauty product loosely for this one. It mostly has to do with fashion, but it could kind of be considered beauty. So if you are wearing a backless top or dress like I have recently a couple of times, or if you just have an unlined bra or crop top, whatever it is, this is a set of 4 reusable silicone nipple covers. They adhere well, they rinse off, they're reusable, and there is a little space here that is not sticky. Very important. I gave my daughter a pair to wear during a dance competition. Worked very well. I wore them twice to 2 different parties when I was wearing a backless dress. And in one of them, I sweated quite a bit because I was dancing, and I also had them on with these this Hollywood breast lift tape. I'll link that as well. And they stuck and lasted all night, rinsed really well. I feel like these are things that so many of us need at one point in time, but you don't really know what's good and what's not. And I have had good luck with this kind. In the past, I've bought some that were a single pair and a lot more expensive. So I was happy that these worked. I'd love to hear some Amazon beauty favorites that you're loving. I love hunting around on Amazon for new things to check out. Leave those in the comments down below. And if you're wondering about these earrings, I just got them and I love that they're multitaskers. If you follow me, you know how much I love multitasking products. I don't care what they are. You can take the mother of pearl rings off and wear them just as gold hoops. I'll link them down below along with everything else in this video and some more Amazon videos if you want to check them out. I hope you found this enjoyable and helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for another Amazon beauty favorites video that has some more makeup type products in it coming very soon. So if you're not subscribed, be sure and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it or any other upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Bye.